welcome to DS News. I'm Stephanie Russell, here to give you an update on what is currently happening in the Great Plains. In the local states of Kansas, Oklahoma, New Mexico, and Texas, disaster has struck for many families. Let's go to our on-site reporter, Heather Anderson, for an update. Take it away, Heather.
Thanks, Stephanie. This truly is an awful situation here in the Great Plains. It all began with poor farming practices, such as intense plowing, that led to severe soil erosion. This type of plowing loosened the topsoil, which was then picked up by high winds to create immense dust storms. At the same time, a major drought was occurring here in the summer of 1931 due to jet streams that moved too far south, therefore never reaching this area. The result was deadly.
As seen here in these pictures, homes and automobiles were buried by dust, farms were destroyed, and many people were impoverished. Livestock went blind and were suffocated from dust filling their lungs. It was reported that one storm picked up more than 300,000 tons of soil into the air and spread it across the nation in a single afternoon. Unfortunately for the people of the Great Plains, this is not a situation that could be easily relieved. They had to choose to flee their homes or wait for the rain to come. About 2.5 million people migrated to California for safety. Those who stayed behind were encouraged to change their farming practices, hoping it would make a difference. Families wore respiratory masks, covered the windows and doors with wet cloths to filter the dust, and cleaned their homes each morning from the piles of dust on the floor they awoke to. Still, both children and adults alike inhaled the sand, coughed up dirt, and died from what has been called dust pneumonia.
You can see it is going to be a long and difficult journey in the midst of this natural disaster. Here we are doing the best we can to survive during the storm, and most importantly, hoping and praying that rain will come soon. Back to you in the studio.
What a devastating event. This event will have a huge impact on society and policy in decades to come. Congress is creating a new federal agency called the Soil Erosion Service, which provides financial incentives to farmers who convert lands that are unfit for farming to be changed into pastures or forests. As part of the Farm Bill, the policy continues to strive for a better environment. In later years, it will introduce new conservation programs focused on preserving air, water, energy, and wildlife. In order to reverse these changes caused by the U.S. Dust Bowl, changes to farming practices are being implemented. Some of these practices is no-till agriculture and the use of organic fertilizer. No-till agriculture is an instance where farmers do not plow the fields but use herbicides and integrated pest management to keep the total number of weeds down. The use of organic fertilizer helps prevent soil erosion because it contains many more nutrients than synthetic fertilizer and is released much more slowly into the soil, allowing the microorganisms enough time to break down the nutrients needed by the plants. The U.S. Dust Bowl will forever remain a horrific disaster remembered by many. Signing out, I'm Stephanie Russell with DS News.